Hey guys, it's Chris. From amazing water to hidden locations and strange sand, here are 10 of the most unique beaches in the world. Number 10. Jokulsarlon Beach. Located in the realm of Iceland, this unique beach has many features that set it apart from other beaches in the world. First and foremost, it's located in a national park. In this case, it would be the Vatnajökull National Park. Apologies for my pronunciations, these words are hard to say, but that's only the beginning of the uniqueness of this beach. The second thing that makes it special is that it's a beach that is constantly growing in size and volume. This is due to the fact that there are plenty of glaciers within the lake that are melting. As they melt, water is brought in to fill the lake, and thus it grows. To give you an estimate as to how much it's growing, between where the beach is right now compared to where it was in the 1970s, the size of the beach is an impressive 4 times larger. And yet that's still not the only impressive thing about this beach. One part of the beach is known as the Diamond Beach because there are chunks of crystal ice that have washed up onto the shore via the melted icebergs. Add that to the volcanic rock and the look and feel of the beach is not like many of the standard beaches of the world today. Number 9. Vaadhoo Beach. The Maldives are without a doubt one of the most popular vacation destinations in the world for those who can afford it. And one of the biggest attractions there for tourists is that of Vaadhoo Beach. Now, the Maldives already have a lot of pristine beaches and waters, so it would have to be something really special to top all of them. And the place known as the Sea of Stars does just that. Because if you were to go to the beach and see it at night, the water quite literally glows. This is because the coastal waters are rich with plankton that are bioluminescent, meaning that they glow on their own. Though in this case, their glow is part of a defense mechanism, meaning that if you disrupt the beach in any way, you can get the water to glow. This is almost entrancing as you smack the water and watch as it creates a glowing ripple effect. Another aspect of this that should be mentioned is that there are beaches in certain parts of the world that do have a similar effect, but they're seasonal in when it happens. But at Vaadhoo, you can do it day or night all year round and see the effect. Number 8. Red Sand Beach. When it comes to the Galapagos Islands, they're usually known for their wide array of animals that attracted the legendary Charles Darwin to their shores. However, if you were to go there and look at some of the beaches, you'll see some really unique things, including the Red Sand Beach. This particular beach is on the Ravita Island, which is a volcanic island, and thus doesn't have the usual sand that you would expect on a beach. But why is it red specifically? That would be because of the iron that is within the sand. The iron built up over the course of many millennia via the eruption of the volcano, and thus it turned red. Now, you might think that because of this unique kind of sand and dirt that animals wouldn't go and rest there, but you'd be wrong. Sea lions and multiple species of birds are known to be on Ravita and live happily there. At times, the sea lions will just go ahead and rest on the beach, not moving even when people come around. Number 7. PAPAKOLEA Beach. Hawaii is easily one of the most popular places in all the world, and a big reason for it is the beaches that literally engulf the island on all sides. There are plenty of beaches that are for fishing, surfing, swimming, relaxing with family, and more. But if you're looking for something different, PAPAKOLEA Beach, which is on the big island of Hawaii, has your back because its sand is green. How did that happen? It was a multitude of things, not the least of which was because of the volcanic eruptions that helped form the bay that the beach is in. To that end, when the eruptions happened, certain minerals crystallized into rocks that were green in color, known as olivine. The waters and sands interacted with those rocks, and over time the sand became green in hue. There are only 4 known beaches in the world with a greenish tint of sand, but PAPAKOLEA Beach might just be the most unique out of all of them. Number 6. Glass Beach. In Fort Bragg, California, you'll find a beach that truly lives up to its name, but not in the way you would expect. Glass Beach is indeed a beach that has a bunch of glass on it and is a consequence of many years of pollution via the local waters. The catch, though, is that the glass that is on the beach isn't sharp. Rather, it's rounded via the constant battering of the waves. This makes the beach not just safe to walk on, but something that people go to in order to collect the very gem-like glass for various projects. Even jewelers go there to make unique items to sell. As for how long the pollution that has led to this has been going on, that would be nearly 115 years at this point. In 1906, Fort Bragg residents established an official water dump site behind the Union Lumber Company onto what is now known as Site 1. Most water-fronted communities had water dump sites discarding glass appliances and even vehicles. Locals referred to it as the dumps. Fires were often lit using Molotov cocktails to reduce the size of the trash pile. It eventually became too full for trash, and the dumping site was moved elsewhere. Despite the history, the attraction of the glass is too much for many to ignore. The site is visited by tens of thousands every year. Number 5. ZLATNI Rat Beach. This beach in Croatia has a very interesting name, but it's the look and dynamic of this beach that draws people to it. When you look at ZLATNI Rat Beach, you're likely not going to see anything too odd or out of place. And in the context of a one-time visit, that would be true. However, the beach itself is constantly being bombarded by the currents of the ocean, as well as the various weather conditions of the Mediterranean. As a result of this, the island is constantly changing in shape, to the extent that the rat tail that is the curved part at the end of the beach will actually go and change directions depending on the waters and the temperature. So because of this dynamic flow, ZLATNI Rat Beach will technically be a place that is never seen the same way twice if you give it the time to change. It's also visited a lot because it's known to have very warm waters. Number 4. Cathedral Beach. Cathedral Beach is not known for its waters per se, but rather what the waters did to the nearby rock formations. Located in Spain, Cathedral Beach is filled with various rock formations that were carved out by the ocean in such a way that they look like Gothic architecture, not unlike what you would find in a cathedral. Just as important, these arches that have been made are very sizable, including some being over 90 feet tall. This gives those who visit the beach a very unique thing to look at from various angles. When the ocean is at low tide, you can simply walk all around them and even see some of the hidden caves that have been made. At high tide, the water engulfs much of the area, but it gives you the chance to go and see the arches via a boat, as you'll be able to go right underneath them. Given all of that, you can see why people are eager to check this place out. Number 3. Anse d'Argent. Another very popular vacation spot for those who have the money to spend is the Seychelles. And when it comes to Anse d'Argent, it's been voted many times as the most beautiful beach in the world, as well as a place that's been photographed many times over decades of its use. But one of the reasons it's considered this is because of its unique makeup. It has emerald clear waters, as well as perfectly white sand, painting a very beautiful picture that people love to see. But more than that, the boulders that are on the beach and within the water itself are masterpieces of art. Despite the fact that they were carved by nature itself, these massive granite boulders show just how powerful nature is, as the shifting waters and sand carved them in such a way that they look like humans meddled with them, but they didn't. The way they're strewn across the sand and the waters gives a very unique visual for those who visit, which when added to the lush vegetation and biodiversity of the area, leaves you with a perfect vacation destination to go to. Number 2. Star Sand Beach. If you were to head to Hoshizuna no Hama in Okinawa, Japan, known as the Star Sand Beach, you at first wouldn't see anything to catch your eye, as it would look like just a very regular beach. But if you look closer at the sand you're walking on, you'll find your mind changed very quickly, because mixed in with the sand are the shells of Unicellular Protists, known as Foraminifera. To be clear, you're not walking on live animals, but you are walking on the remains of them technically. When Foraminifera die, their shells remain in the area, and the tide brings them ashore. In the case of Hatoma, Iramote, and Takanomi Islands in Okinawa, this results in beaches sprinkled with star sand. So thus, if you were to take a look at the sand underneath a microscope, you would find yourself looking at the shells of star creatures. This truly makes it a unique beach location, as you wouldn't expect to find such tiny remains of creatures strewn all about you. Yet this star sand is exactly that. Number 1. Bomb Blast Beach. There are many different ways for a beach to be formed, but in Mexico, the place known as Bomb Blast Beach has humanity to thank for its creation and its rather unique look. This particular beach can be found in the Marietta Islands and has become quite popular because of the fact that there is a very serious hole in the opening of the beach that is otherwise surrounded by rock and forest. So how did this unique beach come to be formed? At one point in time, these beaches were used by the Mexican government to test bomb detonations, not unlike what the United States did in the Pacific Ocean during the 50s. The result of the test is what you see now. But because of its unique shape, you have to go to the hidden beach via a special tunnel that can only be swam through. The beach has a series of animals that pass by it, including humpback whales and dolphins. It's grown in popularity so much that the island and its beach have now been restricted by the government in order to protect it. Just to go to a beach, you need a permit, and only a limited number get it each year. While Bomb Blast Beach is one name for it, the other is Playa del Amor, Lover's Beach. Thanks for watching. What did you think of these unique beaches of the world? Which one are you tempted to go and check out for yourself? Do you maybe know of some other beaches that could have easily been on this list? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to World List, and I'll see you next time.